Where does it all go down? Where can I go in this town? Where do all the boys hang around? At the Ocoee Cigar Lounge.
Welcome to Ocoee Cigar Lounge. I'm Chuck, also known as Blue, and you're cigaring with Chuck. Today we have with us co-owner Abu Swafford, along with Dapper Cigars rep John Graves. What's going on, John?
Nothing much. What's up with you guys?
We're doing great. First, I want to say thank you, John, for these Dapper Cigar hats.
My pleasure.
Nice. You can go online and get one of those anytime on the Dapper's website. Today, we're going to smoke the El
Baracho Natural.
El Baracho Natural. It's also coming to Maduro.
Yes.
Well, tell us about your company.
About the company. So, California-based cigar company, Nicaraguan rolled cigars. 8 years in the industry at this point, and kind of starting our sales campaign out in the southeast and some other territories with this year, and growing steadily and really taking off with it, and it's been going well ever since. You know, we got great boutique cigars, but at a fair price and interesting flavor profiles and things like that. And, it seems to be taking off with everybody who smokes them. The best cigars you never heard of.
Welcome to the show, Abu.
Yeah, it's good to be back with you guys, man. I have other obligations that keep me away from these type of events, but it's always good to be able to come in and hang out with Chuck on these episodes. I really enjoy watching them. I hope our customer base does too. What I've always noticed when we do present a new cigar, they sell out really quick. So that's a good thing for us, and we definitely appreciate you again for coming by, John, and hanging out with us and introducing this new cigar. You guys got to come in and check it out. The first little onset here is very nice. I don't know how many Abus we're gonna give it right yet, but this is a good cigar. This is a very good cigar.
Hey, John, before you get into this cigar and the company, this is a box press. Can you tell us the difference in smoking a box press? Is there a difference in your traditional cigar?
So really, the only difference in a box press is how it feels in the mouth. And it's an old school technique of doing things, which is why you see it every once in a while. The cigars are pressed after they're rolled while they're still wet, and that's why they kind of retain that shape. But really, at the end of the day, it's all about whatever you prefer. There's really no smoking difference, flavor difference, anything like that. So.
And El Baracho means?
The drunkard.
Spanish for the drunkard.
That's right.
All right.
We have a few El Barachos that visit us on Fridays and Saturday evenings. I might be the president of this group.
You're the president of the El
Barachos.
That's right.
After a long, hard week, you need a cigar, and El Baracho may be my go-to guy. That's good, man.
Well, I don't drink alcohol, but it was a guy brought in a bottle of $15,000.
Yeah.
Was it bourbon?
It was a Scotch.
A Scotch?
Glen Morangi, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah,
only 100 bottles made it to the U.S. And one of those 100 bottles made it into Ocoee Cigars.
It made me want to take a drink.
I know, right? I want to sell my little 1 ounce for. But it was very good, man. It's a good Scotch, and we have several of our members who like to pair their
there's always bottles of something coming in and out of here when I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, Graves, who's the owner of the company, Dapper?
There's a guy named Ian Reith he lives out in Fresno, California, where our warehouse is, and he got the idea of starting the company about 8 years ago, and comes from an IT background, but that kind of gives us a more logical engineering approach to cigars and growing a brand, and it's been a good fit so far, and we're continuing to grow, man.
So are y'all new to the East Coast, or is this something that
about a year year into kind of this side of the Mississippi, if you will?
I got you. Yeah, that's cool.
Start seeing us pop up in more territories like the Midwest, the Northeast, and then the Southeast in Florida.
Right. Now, you hadn't always worked for Dapper. How did you run into Ian?
So we met at the trade show 2019, and we were hanging out. We hit it off, and we were able to get something going. In the next year, staying in touch and things like that.
So the trade show, you talking about the one in Vegas?
Yeah, trade show in
The
Vegas.
one we have to go to.
Yeah, the pandemic kind of prevented us this year.
That's right.
Yeah, but hopefully 2021 will be a better year for us to go out, and it's a big event where you can network and meet new vendors and
that's right,
and bring the new cigar store shop. Something I'm definitely looking forward to.
So the blend breakdown on this cigar is it's a Mexican San Andreas natural wrapper over Nicaraguan binders and fillers, largely from the Oliva Tobacco Group, which is different than the Oliva Cigar Company. They're a cigar, they're a tobacco conglomerate out of Tampa, and they have farms in Nicaragua, and they've got really good avenues of sourcing other tobacco for us in Mexico and like Ecuador and Connecticut, things like that. So we're able to go through those guys and get a lot of really awesome tobacco.
You travel quite a bit?
I do, 5 days a week most of the time. Being just outside of Nashville is good though. I'm close to all the major interstates, so it's not too bad to get in and out. But yeah, 5 days on the road and then home on the weekends, and the occasional week I'm in Tennessee is always nice because I'm home every night. Not too many hotel stays, but
nice.
So how did you start smoking cigars? When did you start?
So I'm 23. I just turned 23 a couple weeks ago. But I've been smoking cigars since I was 18.
Okay.
I credit my dad to it.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that man's never smoked anything in his life. But when I was 18, this was back when you could be 18 and smoke cigars. Feels like so long ago. But so I grew up in Murfreesboro. There's a cigar shop in Murfreesboro that's still there, and kind of credit that to getting my start in the industry. But when
the humidor.
Yeah, the humidor up in Murfreesboro. So
shout out to the humidor.
So when I was 18, my dad goes, "Oh, you should. I heard there's a cool cigar shop on the square. You should go check it out. You're a big man now. All he ever knew about cigars was sometimes people smoke them on special occasions and things like that.
Sure.
And I was like, and I was like, I don't know, maybe. I'm never like a cigarette smoker or anything. I was like, maybe. And so I was getting my hair cut up on the square, a couple months later. I waited a couple months, and then I was like, I think I'm gonna check it out. And so I went and got my first cigar, and you hear all these horror stories about people getting sick off cigars and stuff. So I didn't want to smoke it in the shop, so I took it home, and I think I waited another day, and then I finally cut it and lit it, and like everybody, I think on their first, when you have a little trouble getting it lit and all that stuff, but eventually got it going and fell in love from there, man. I was a college student at the time, so cigars eventually started getting a little expensive, and I was like, oh man, I gotta find a way to support this hobby because I'm really enjoying myself, and I eventually got a job at the humidor, retail, and originally just wanted that nice discount on cigars, and to keep working around it. But as I learned more about cigars, more about the different brands and the cigar industry itself, I realized that was kind of an avenue I wanted to take, and here I am. I'm kind of the other side of the industry and really enjoying it. I'm excited to kind of be behind a newer brand and working to grow it, kind of leave a stamp on something. Yeah. A lot of times with cigars too, it's experiences. Everybody's looking for a good experience nowadays. Because I always like to say we're probably in the best time to be a cigar smoker because we're smoking some of the best cigars, some of the best tobacco that's ever been out there. So you can really go into anybody's humidor and throw a stone, and it's going to land on a good cigar. The imprints that different brands and cigars make on people is tied into experiences, and that's where a lot of people kind of fall in love with the hobby as a whole, and also our brand and other people's brands as well.
Sure.
Now we're rating this one.
All right.
How many abus would you give the El Borracho natural?
4.9 abus out of 5.
4.9 abus.
And this is my second time smoking this cigar. It hadn't changed. I'm going all out, guys. You heard it here first. This thing gets 5 abus. We really like the El Borracho. So come on down with Chloe Cigars. We got a few still in our inventory.
Unheard of. 5 abus out of 5.
4.9 abus?
Yeah, man.
5 abus. Is this a really good cigar? 4.9 abus, 5 abus. You've been cigaring with Chuck. Come down and see us. We're in the heart and in the traditional and historic downtown Cleveland, Tennessee. 246 North Ocoee Street. You can also catch us on Facebook at Ocoee Cigars. You can get us at ocoeecigars.com, and we're also on YouTube. Give us a call also, 423-790-5070.